back with another live stream, okay? Hope everyone is having a lovely and productive Wednesday afternoon. Can you do a brother a solid? Can you do a brother a favor? Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, do so. Hit the notification bell so it'll let you know when my next video or live stream goes down. Without further ado, we're going to talk about legendary YouTuber, famous YouTuber, EDP445. Now, if you haven't heard about this brother, if you haven't heard anything about him, if you don't know who the heck he is, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown on him. Basically, he's basically an internet vlogger. You want to call him an internet vlogger with some dark humor, dark comedy. Pretty much, you know, he's a rambler. He pretty much says whatever comes in the back of his skull, filtered or unfiltered. Okay, and he was really popping in '09. Some people say that he was popping in 012, but he really got his claim to fame in '09. I remember hearing a little bit about him on Colin Cowherd's show when it was on ESPN, and he was this fanatical Philadelphia Eagles fan, and he rode that. He rode that, and he's a successful YouTuber. Has like over 2 million followers. Not so snabby. A lot of people would die to have 2 million people follow him. Gets crazy views, all right? Because you don't know what this man is going to say. So basically, I believe it was a year ago, 2 years ago, he was accused of communicating in conversations with younger females. Okay, let's just say that. I feel like I want this video to be recommended on the YouTube interwebs, and I just don't want to be deemed or doxxed because we say selective words. All right. As a matter of fact, I might change the title of this because I feel like anything EDP445 related is going to get dinged. Okay, any content provider talking about this. All right. So basically, 2 years ago, he got caught out here. He got caught lacking. Exposed for it. Now his diehard fans, his diehard fans, and he basically said that it was untrue. It's just people just chasing clout, trying to smear his good name. He's got a crazy fan base that supported him through the thick and thin on those accusations, calling them untrue. The person that, and I forgot his name, he was a content provider on YouTube. He's quote unquote busted him by acting like, communicating with him through a message, basically trying to get him, and which he did, to date or have relationships with underage girls. There's no, I can't talk around this. Okay, I tried, but I just can't. All right. So that happened, and a lot of people was on the content provider's neck, saying that you're just chasing for clout. You're just trying to smear this man's good name because you want to try to get your subscriber base up and you're trying to get your views up. And in YouTube, there are a lot of bad channels out there that, that's their bread ticket. That's their bread and butter. That's their claim to fame, to try to expose another content provider. Okay. Now, I feel like in some cases it's needed. Okay. Particularly if you're trying to inform the public. If this content provider is endangering other people, okay, or an endangerment of themselves, then yes, you should notify the public about this individual. But in a lot of cases, a lot of these exposed channels, you know, let's just call it like we see it. They're just chasing for clout, internet fame. They're trying to get their subscriber base up, and they're trying to get their views up. And if you want your views and subscriber base up, then just make an exposed channel. Okay. So basically, he got caught in that 2 years ago. He denounced it. He said that wasn't him. It was all fake, yada, yada, yada. Well, last week, there was a lot of, there was a lot of news about him, and he got caught up in these streets once again, trying to holler at, you know, underage girls, all right? And he was supposed to meet one of these girls, and they got it all on tape. Now, the content provider's name, I seem to forget it, but I'll put his, if I'm able to, I will put his stuff, his information in the description below. But basically, he called him red-handed, and he was showing, and the guy was showing snippets, like last week, about them finally getting EDP445. He was doing snippets, he was doing some photos and things of that nature. And we all assumed that this stuff was going to drop later on this month. Come to find out, this stuff dropped last night. This stuff premiered last night. And a lot of people caught wind to it. A lot of people did reactions, doing live reactions as the video was being played. A lot of people were, you know, doing post reactions after the video, and clearly you can tell in this video that EDP445 got caught lacking. Everyone's smoking on that EDP445 pack, and he confessed. He confessed on video. Okay. Also, these guys did a one-on-one conversation with his wife, and she added a lot of substance about him behind the scenes. A lot of stuff I was not surprised, and I'll do a later video about her interview, her one-on-one interview. But he got caught. And my whole thing of it, when I was watching it, it was like watching a bad car wreck. I mean, you're hoping for this thing to end real soon. It was disastrous on both ends. Let's talk about the interviewers. I felt like they was really prolonging it, or, you know, really, you know, circle talking, asking him the same questions over and over and over. I don't know why they was prolonging it. EDP was sitting there answering the questions, and that was weird of itself. You know, I'm surprised EDP445 didn't ask these guys. The first two things he should have said, and this would have ended very quickly, are y'all law enforcement? Do y'all have law enforcement available, present? Then I'm out. You have a right to remain silent, no matter how innocent or how guilty you are. You have a right to remain silent. A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to talk. You can wait until your lawyer's present to talk. And when I was watching this, it just shows how EDP45, all his faculties are not there. Okay, he's not clear. He's clearly not thinking. Okay, because of this interview. All right, which I kind of figured he would be an individual like this. And the first thing he did wrong was just, these three guys that exposed him, EDP45, this could have ended real quick And the three interviewers, even though that the circle talking questions, that was annoying, but the preparation, they had literally no preparation. Okay, this was not a professional SWAT. Okay, because when you look at Chris Hansen's production, NBC's production, Chris Hansen, they invite these guys thinking that they're going to have a good time with an underage girl, and then the girl goes into another room, and then out comes Chris Hansen, and he comes and he asks them these questions. He's not circle talking. He's asking professional questions. He's not trying to troll or mock. Which, by the way, a lot of the jokes that they were saying, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna hold you guys. I was laughing my ass off. They called him the horny hippo. The one thing, you done ate everything but the kitty. I mean, there was even though the jokes were funny, all right, still, this was not thought out through. And the mere fact that they did not have any type of security or law enforcement there, okay, it made me think that this was just a rush job to hurry up and get him there, okay? I don't know if they didn't want the police involved, because once, like, let's just say hypothetically, they let the police involved, then the police will take over the investigation, and they probably won't have access to have an interview with EDP445, okay? Because there's rules and regulations to do this, okay? So this was more like an embarrassing type of motive. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I had a phone call. My bad. So, yeah, I mean, this was clearly not done very professional. They didn't have any type of security or police presence there. What I want to get at is close to the end, where EDP45, he was scared. He was like a scared wet puppy, because he didn't know how this was going to play out. And for him to just basically snitch on himself, he was 6ix9ing himself. He was Tekashi 6ix9ine. He was ratatouilleing himself. He was his own damn informant. His own testimony is digging him into a bigger ditch. And I feel like the reason why he was doing that is twofold. One, he was scared as crap, because every time a car would drive by, he would think that that's the police. So that's why I feel like one reason why he hung around was he thought the police was already there. Why run? Don't run. All right. And two, he was trying to bargain with these guys. He figured, okay, if I do an interview with them, they're probably going to let me go. They're probably not going to post this. Dude, clearly from the beginning when they caught you, you should have known right then and there that they're going to post this video, okay? Because they're trying they're trying to get views, they're trying to get subscribers, they're chasing clout as well. You're not going to sit on a gold mine of information and don't post it on your YouTube page, okay? So I don't understand why he thought that. And then he was begging and pleading them not to call the police, when he should have went, you duhhead, you just basically snitched on yourself for like 30 minutes only to find out the police wasn't even there. He could have just simply walked to his car and been done with it, because they don't have any police there. They can't keep him there. You can't, he could have just simply went on about his day. All right. But all of this stuff, or he basically snitched on himself. And, look, truth be told, they have the evidence. They have the text conversations. They have the photos. This man is disgusting. I mean, he's up here sending pictures of his wiener to a little girl. I mean, a girl that is probably in middle school. Now, you have a lot of people that say, well, really, Chris, I mean, it wasn't like he was actually sending this to, and I feel like if this ever do come to court, and he does have enough money to get him some great legal representation around him, he's going to be lawyered up, all right? And they're going to, the first thing they're going to do is get rid of this video. Because, you know, even though people, you know, I know people are going to hate what I'm about to say, but criminals have rights too. You know, I feel like criminals shouldn't have rights, but they have rights too. Okay, you just can't, you know, I mean, you can't kidnap. I mean, you can't force a criminal there. You know, all you can do is just call the police and let the police do their job. Okay, and I felt like they should have had the police day one. So if this does go to court, and and they also said in the video the police still didn't come. They waited more than an hour. The police still didn't come. So they're talking about calling the police again after they just released this bombshell of a video and giving the police all of this evidence. Okay, and it really falls down to, are the police going to pursue this? And the police are going to have to be thinking, okay, if we pursue this, how far can we take this? Okay, what can we get out from this? Okay, now there was a lot of people that was accusing his best friend of being part of this. I was watching Griffin Gaming, and Keemstar was on there, and he was trying to connect the dots with the friend that just denounced, who made a video a couple of days ago denouncing EDP445, basically saying that they're no longer friends. So Keemstar is allegedly, let's say allegedly, saying that he has some hand or some part with EDP445 dealing with these underage girls. And the guy, he didn't slip up. He fell over telling them that this ain't the only time he has done this, hooking up with an underage female. All right. So that's even more damning evidence on him. I feel like there's enough evidence there for the police to investigate it. And if they give them all the information, they can possibly press charges on him. But how far are they able to push this? Because the police was never present during this whole investigation on him, on this sting job, in this sting. And that's the difference between being professional like Chris Hansen, and they have their production team, and the police are involved in their police the police is involved in Chris Hansen and NBC, so they'll give them some leeway as far as playing this out on camera. And then when NBC and Chris Hansen get what they need from this, they tell the guy that you're free to go. You was always free to go. And then the guy starts to make a run to his car, and he gets tackled by 3 police officers, or have guns in his face telling him to freeze. So that's why I was saying that was never present in yesterday's video. Okay, now a quick rundown on his wife. His wife said some things that like he's not right in the head, which I suspect. And I don't follow EDP445. I just know a little bit about him, but by the content that I have saw thus far, he looks like he's a screw loose up there. He's not thinking straight. He's not thinking as an adult. I think he has some childlike moments. Okay. He's just not there in the head. And that's basically what his ex-wife said. I mean, they was only married, they dated for like 3 or 4 years. They married 4 months, and then they got a divorce. Okay. And she knew then something was, she knew there was something wrong with him at that point, at that extension. Okay. And she shared in details about him wanting to go to his sister's wedding, and they wasn't even married. But that also, like, the guy, my bad again, I don't know why they keep calling me. So the guy said in the video, and this plays a part in when when they asked him, well, why you want to have a relationship with a younger female? And he keeps saying that he's lonely. Okay. And they didn't believe him. But when you start listening to what the wife said, he doesn't have it all there. Even when they divorced, he still wanted to be around her, still wanted to be around her life, even around his family life, and they're no longer married. That's all signs of desperation. You really don't have anyone out there that you can consider a friend, or you involved in a relationship. And I'm not saying that that should justify what type of individual he is. That does not justify what type of individual he is. However, it makes sense why he is what he is now. Okay. But y'all need to go check out that video. I got to go. It's your boy, the host with the most. I'll holler at y'all in the next video. Deuces, man.